Friday night's all right for fighting. Friday night's all right for racing here at Vidane TV. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for having us in your homes this evening, your race shops, your garages, wherever you may be watching us here tonight on the YouTubes, the Facebooks, the Twitch, all that good stuff over on the Twitter, everything that you've got going on here tonight. We surely do appreciate it. Here for the very first race on Vidane TV of the NEPS SuperTruck Series, race number 2. They did have the race at Michigan on the very first day of the year, New Year's Day. We were a little bit too hungover here at Vidane TV, so we were not able to cover that race, but definitely back on the wagon, so to speak, here for the second race of the SuperTruck Series, the Bibby Enterprises 75 race name. Showtime Paul Strickland Jr. here in the production trailer, sidelining, co-signing, as well as a commentary booth, and alongside me, none other than the Vidane TV Employee of the Month, Kyle Young. Kyle, how we doing tonight, brother?
Oh, Paul, absolutely excited. No better way to kick off a weekend than to do some truck racing at Martinsville Speedway. They call this place the Paperclip for a reason. 2 drag strips connected by hairpin turns. It is a fantastic racetrack. I don't care what Zane Farrell told me in pre-race. I love this place, and I'm excited for this race.
Absolutely, Zany doing a little bit of trash talking about the racetrack. Says this place should be taken off the NASCAR schedule. No way, no sir. We're going to race this until, well, the race is over with. 75 laps here at Martinsville Speedway. It's going to go in the blink of an eye. And you can see up front the skipped over qualifying. The field was actually inverted from the previous race starting. So you can see Kyle Casagrande, first pole we've seen him on in a very, very long time. Evan Boyer on the outside of him. Jeffrey Brown, Corey Casagrande, John Peters, the champ. They're rounding out the top 5. These guys are going down the backstretch, 2x2, all the way through. And you can see some similar paint schemes. We'll get into the team deal just a little bit. But Kyle, here we go. Pace truck's down on pit road. Kyle Casagrande, down low, up high, the 56 of Evan Bullier, bringing him down nice and slow. The WAP Motorsports win and party motorsports machine of the number 7, Kyle Casagrande. Not the start he was looking for, gets a shot in the bumper from the number 29 of Jeffrey Brown, but already somebody in the wall. One of the field fillers machines, looks like the 16 pointed in the wrong direction. Already lap number 1, we got cars, trucks, nickel in the jar, trucks pointed, going the wrong way.
Yeah, things did not get off to a very good start there off of turn number 2. Usually 4 wide is sketchy anywhere you go here in iRacing. It's especially sketchy here at Martinsville. They tried to fit it 4 wide coming off of turn number 2, and it all started with the 6 machine of Dylan Kopak. He was the first one to go around, and he kind of blocked the racetrack up and stack some things up. You can see it here on the Raise Energy Drink instant replay. You can see the 6 machine of Kopak down on the bottom of the track getting collected. There's the 96 machine with some damage. That's Wyatt Alexander. And it looks like one of Kopak's teammates also involved there. Don't quite see the number on that just yet, but a handful of trucks starting this thing off early with some damage.
That's DJ Gerard there in the Killer Bee looking paint scheme there, the number 13. Field Filler Motorsports, you're definitely going to be able to see them all night long, bright yellow and black. That's Team Student Driver. Lots of cool little team gimmicks here. You can see lots of big-time damage there on your screen. The number 13 of DJ Gerard, currently running in a 17. So big wreck here for the lap number 1 here at Martinsville Speedway. Tough break for some of those drivers. Only 75 laps here at Martinsville, already working lap number 5. Caution laps do count here in the short track racing deal, but you can see right now 71 of the Ford there. Corey Casagrande moved himself up into 2nd. Kyle Casagrande back down to 3rd. John Peters 4th, and Austin Bulk and the number 24 machine is going to be in that 5th position. Now, Kyle, we have 6 different teams here and 4 drivers per team. We saw the draft a few weeks ago, back in December here live on Vidane TV, and if you didn't see it, you should definitely check out the replay because it was big fun and it was a lot of fun to work with all the drivers and team owners and team captains, if you will, here. But just taking a look, we've got the 6 teams. We've got 4 wide weaponry, Toyota team, Ryan Salvatore, Jason Ricker, Wyatt Alexander, Kenny Kibbe. We got Field Filler Motorsports, the Ford team, David Arute, Corey Casagrande, Zane Farrell, Jeff Brown. FPY Motorsports, a Toyota team, Michael Bennett, Scott McDonald, John Peters, Anthony Aiello. Team student driver, the Chevy team, DJ Gerard, Brandon Newhouse. Brandon Newhouse isn't actually here tonight. We hear he's actually doing some sensitivity training with the wife, so he's not going to be here tonight for the team student driver faction. Michael Hopkins, Dylan Kopech, the other two drivers on that team. Team BBY, another Chevy team, Ryan Pasacco, Ryan Libby, Brent Roy, Austin Bulk, and the Ford team of WAP Motorsports. Win and party. Ford machines of Kyle Casagrande, Charles Lewandowski, Evan Bullier, and Matt Kenfield. So, pretty cool little deal. 6 teams, 4 drivers apiece, and 2 teams per manufacturer here. Chevy, Ford, and Toyota lined up 2 by 2, working the backstretch here. Lights are off on the pace truck. Let's do it. One Mogan.
We'll take the restart at the completion of lap number 6. So we'll see if we can develop a green flag run here. Evan Bullier, Corey Casagrande, your front row. They will slowly work their way off of turn number 4. Green flag set to fly. And there it is. It's out into the atmosphere. We're back racing. And already Kyle Casagrande is in trouble, spins the tires, goes head-on into the inside wall, and we're going to stack up a whole bunch of other trucks. You can see the 28 machine there. That is David Root. He has got heavy damage on that number 28 Ford. A couple other trucks getting involved in piling up some damage as well. Rough start thus far here for this event. Kyle Casagrande still sitting on the front stretch, waiting to get moving. Hang on, Evan Bullier. Trucks having to make some evasive maneuvers to get around them, but everybody seems to be able to pull away from the incident scene. You can check out the replay here. You can see the 7 machine down into the inside wall, collects one of those Ford trucks, another one of the team student driver vehicles involved there as well. I think that was the 79 machine of Michael Hopkins. So a tough break. Very unfortunate mistake there for Kyle Casagrande. Take another look at it. Made a quick little bump on the back bumper of Evan Bullier, and that truck just gets evil on him. Not sure if maybe he missed a shift or if the shifting from one gear to another got the rear end of that truck out of shape, but either way, Casagrande goes into the wall, a couple other trucks get collected, and we go back under caution right away.
That's almost exactly what it looked like there, Kyle. It looks like Kyle Casagrande got right in the back bumper. Looked like he had too much of a run there and kind of downshifted and spun the tires out of that 3rd position. So you can see him working his way down pit road, going to stop, gets the virtual hammers out to try and bang out some of the sheet metal on the front of that machine. Doesn't look like the 7 truck is going to be doing too much winning or partying here tonight, so he's going to have to leave it up to his teammates to see if he can get that to happen. But man, a cool little deal that these guys have going on here, Kyle. The team aspect of things, there's the 6 different teams we just went over with 4 drivers apiece, and the scoring is a little bit different as well. The scoring is essentially the top 3 drivers per team earn points for the team, and that's how the points are taken care of. So pretty cool little deal, definitely very unique, and it's not something we usually see here. After the very first race on New Year's Day at Michigan, 4Wide Weaponry has a 1-point lead over student drivers. They've got 58 points, 57 points for student drivers. Field Fillers has 46 points, BBY 40, WAP has 38, and rounding out the team field is FPY with 33 points. So we didn't cover the Michigan race here on Verdane TV, but they definitely had an eventful one here, and very exciting to see race number 2 here at Martinsville. A little bit caution-ridden so far. I've gotten maybe a collective lap in under green flag, but Evan Bullier still up front. Corey Casagrande second to champ John Peters third. Austin Bulk, new to the series this year, in 4th, and a number 26, the lone Canadian Brent Roy. He's going to be running 5th.
Working through the rest of your top 10 at the moment, the 29 machine of Jeffrey Brown is in 6th. Jason Ricker sporting the number 9 on the side of that truck. He is 7th. Matt Kenfield in position number 8 in his number 76. Ryan Salvatore in the 12 is in position number 9. And Ryan Bibby in truck number 46 will complete your top 10. So the field will line up here, getting ready for the restart at the completion of lap number 12. Still looking for a green flag run here. We've had cautions immediately on the first 2 green flag laps. Let's see if the 3rd time can be the charm. Evan Bullier on the bottom side, Corey Casagrande on the outside. We'll go green flag, and here we go. Much cleaner start that time. They'll race down into turn number 1 here. Boyer will clear for the race lead. John Peters gets a nose inside of Corey Casagrande for position number 2. He has an advantage coming off of the turn and going down into turn number 3. Slight advantage. The 2 make some contact. Casagrande shoots up the racetrack, and Peters will clear for position 2.
John Peters moves up to second, sets his sight in on the lead. There we saw Jeffrey Brown getting up into the wall there on the initial start, makes his way towards the back of the pack, but don't look down. John Peters is under attack from Corey Casagrande. How many times have we ever said that? Oh, he hits the curb just a little bit, over brakes just a little bit, gets into the back quarter of John Peters, sends him around. The 12 truck of Ryan Salvatore is around as well, and it looks like Corey Casagrande may very well be under power. There you can see Charles Lewandowski getting around. No fuss, no muss, but lots of smoke around the racetrack. Caution out on the speedway. Caution number 3 so far here, Kyle. And you can see one of the trucks farting out a lot of that black smoke. That looks like it's the number 76 machine of Matt Kentfield. And you can see he's going to pull down on pit road and see if he can get that thing serviced. But tough break for Kentfield in that 76 machine. Looks like he's done for the evening with some motor damage. But we'll pull up the Raise Energy Drink instant replay, find out exactly what went down. You can check out repsports.com and use the promo code VIDANETV to get yourself 15% off anything on the website. They got the energy drinks, they got the sleep aids, the pre-workout powder, they got the protein powder, all that good stuff, and definitely check them out and make sure you let them know that Vidane TV sent you. But we'll take a look. Matt Kentfield there in the 76 up on the high line, 96 down low, and you can see up front as where the wreck happens. There you can see the 76. Not that big of a hit, but big enough to definitely cave in the radiator just a little bit. You can see the black smoke coming out of the back of that machine. See if we can pull up the 12. Ryan Salvatore was in it as well as a couple of other drivers up front here. You can see the wreck is already happening at this point. You can see Corey Casagrande pointing in the wrong direction. The 96 gets a little bit of a piece of it, but we saw Charles Lewandowski gets by. Here's a couple of student drivers driving by, and there's a trifecta of them. There's also some cool-looking paint schemes looking like killer bees there, but the 12 of Salvatore gets it pointed in the right direction and gathers it back up, and he's going to drive on down through. 22 drivers started the race, still 22 drivers in the race, and it looks like right now DJ Girard is the last truck on the lead lap, giving us 20 cars still able to compete on that lead lap.
I think there may have been a little bit of short track aggression going on there with that initial incident between John Peters and Corey Casagrande. Peters and Casagrande, they made contact into turn 3 the lap prior to the spin. It shot Casagrande up the racetrack. They came back down into turn 1, Paul. Corey tried to get to the back bumper, John Peters. I think he made a little bit of contact with him, didn't really quite accomplish what he wanted to, so he tried again in turn number 3. I think he may have been a little bit over-aggressive on what he was attempting to do, and turned that 51 truck around and ended up getting the worst end of that deal himself. So fortunately for John, though, I think he made some slight contact with the outside wall to the rear of that truck. There is some rear-end damage on the back of that number 51 Toyota Tundra, but other than that, he was able to get the truck going quickly after that, so he was able to retain his position inside the top 5. So he drops from 2nd to 4th, but he's still going to have a good spot on this restart.
Lining them back up 2 by 2 all the way through. Lights are off on the iRacing pace truck. I'm going to give these drivers one more go. Here, coming to the stripe, it's going to be lap 20 on the board of 75 here at Martinsville. You can see down low the 56, Evan Billiard, the number 24 of Austin Bulk up top. Jason Ricker, John Peters, Zane Farrell rounding out the top 5. And it's a nice slow start waiting for that flag to get thrown, and there it is. Big time restart shot out of a cannon is the number 56. The battles for 2nd, the 9 down low. The 9, Jason Ricker, down low, trying to get around the number 24 of Austin Bulk.
Ricker will complete the pass going down the back straightaway. That opens up the door for the number 19 machine, or no, that is the 45 machine. The 24. I'm still trying to get associated with all these numbers and paint schemes. And he's going to get into the back bumper of the 2nd place truck, and around goes, I think that was the 45 machine. Trying to get exactly who that was here. He's already scooted off the racetrack, so I don't think I'm going to know it's the 46 truck, the 46 machine. You can see right there, I believe he was in position number 3 at the time, got into the back bumper of the second place truck and spun himself around. Ryan Bibby making a mistake there. I think a couple other trucks also got involved in that. We will take a look at the replay here, presented by Raise Energy Drink. You can see the 46 machine. He'll drive it in, makes contact with the back bumper of the 9 of Jason Ricker. He spins sideways. John Peters gets a piece of that. The 24 truck gets up into the outside wall. That was Austin Bulk. And there you see the 46 of Bibby sitting up at the top. Fill me in here a little bit, Paul. I know that we have a race sponsorship by Bibby tonight, but that's usually Ryan Libby that we're associated with, I believe, correct?
Yes, that's it's still Ryan Libby. From what I understand, the deal there was Ryan Libby was tired of not winning, so he wanted to get rid of the L, which stands for losing, so now he's Ryan Bibby.
I like it. I like it a lot. That's very creative.
So, uncharacteristic move there for Ryan Libby, last night's winner in the NEPS Grand National Series, brought to you by Shift Marketing and Design and current points leader. Just kind of drove it in there too hot and tried to overcorrect it just a little bit, spun himself around, and, well, he found himself a restarting position back there in a 16th position. So, tough break for Libby. It's about a third of the way through here, lap 24 of 75 already. So, a lot of caution laps here at Martinsville Speedway. Tough break, but this is exactly what Evan Bullier's wanting to see. He's led every lap so far. Got led most of the laps here. Kyle Casagrande started on the pole, and the 56 kind of moved into that position. There you can see Jason Ricker second, John Peters third. Michael Bennett, haven't talked about him all night, the 19 truck. He's currently in fourth, and 96 of Wyatt Alexander. He's going to be in that fifth spot, and there you can see Zane Farrell, the 14, the Ford Performance truck there. Going to be running sixth. Charles Lewandowski, talked about him a little bit earlier with that wreck avoidance. It's going to be seventh. Anthony Aiello, eighth. Matt Kentfield, ninth. And Kenny Kibbe rounding out the top 10.
So yeah, as you mentioned, Paul, starting to struggle here a bit in getting some green flag racing in. And we had mentioned this is only a 75-lap race, not a lot of time for these drivers to take advantage of the situation and really may have an opportunity to move through the field. So the aggression level is high. It is already very high. 75 laps around a half-mile short track is not a lot of time whatsoever. So these guys have to be up on the wheel, but with causing all these caution flags and clicking the laps away under caution, it gives them even less opportunity to have a chance at making some passes and working their way through the field. Now, of course, if you're Evan Bollier, I guess it doesn't really matter too much because you're the man out in front leading this way, trying to get the best result for himself and his team. But everybody else behind him, of course, they want an opportunity to move up through the field and have a good shot at contending here tonight. So hopefully the yellow fever will go away and we can get some green flag laps in here in the second third.
Absolutely, and do want to just take a quick moment here to thank everybody watching on YouTube and Facebook as that iRacing pace truck dips on down low, makes that hard left-hand turn, waiting for these drivers to take the green flag. Want to give a shout-out to everybody watching in the chat. Let us know who you're rooting for. A lot of Zane Farrell fans and everybody else that's out there watching, letting us know who you're rooting for, which team you're rooting for, where you're watching from, and all that good stuff. Join the conversation. Hashtag Bedane TV. Another great start. Shot out of a cannon again. It's the number 56 of Evan Bollier. Back to second place, John Peters, the champ, defending Grand National Series champ, running second. Jason Ricker back to third in that ninth position. Looks like everybody's going to get it sorted out here in the top 10. Single file battle right now for fourth, side by side. But for the most part, it looks like these guys are going to try and get some green flag laps logged here at Martinsville Speedway.
That side-by-side battle for fourth on the bottom of the 19 is Michael Bennett trying to take that position away from the 96 of Wyatt Alexander. Those two trucks just about even as they come off of turn number 4 at the stripe. Too close to call. Michael Bennett barely with the advantage, but Wyatt Alexander's making that top side work. He's trying to propel his way around the outside and hang on to that position, but that battle's going to have to come to a pause because the caution flag is back out once again. We've got a couple of trucks in trouble in the center of turns 1 and 2. I see the 29 machine of Jeffrey Brown and the 12 of Ryan Salvatore, those two drivers that are involved. Looks like it actually happened a couple trucks in front of Ryan Salvatore, and he was the unfortunate victim of it here. So we'll get a look at it on the Raise Energy Drink instant replay. Down at the bottom of your screen, those Team Student driver trucks couple contacts going on there, and this is Jeffrey Brown sliding in and right into the nose and the left front corner of the 12 machine of Ryan Salvatore, puts a lot of damage on that number 29 Ford, and that is not the first driver out of that stable that we have seen have issues tonight. Here it is again, that team student driver, the 79 truck, getting into the back of the 24, turning him sideways. Ryan Salvatore goes around trying to avoid it, and Jeffrey Brown making hard contact with the left front of Ryan Salvatore's truck. So that is what brings out caution flag number 4, I believe, 3 or 4 so far. Not a good night, Paul. You'll have to be the one to tell me which team exactly that is, but I know that those Ford trucks there, the team that Jeffrey Brown is racing for, him and David Arute have both had issues tonight, so they are off to a rough start here at Martinsville.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's off to kind of a rough start here at Martinsville Speedway. Cautions breed cautions, and we've had a couple of green flag laps here. Got some exciting racing, and then unfortunately a little side-by-side battle got kind of tweaked out just a little bit. Just pulling up the graphic now with the teams on it. Ryan Salvatore, Jason Ricker, Wyatt Alexander, Kenny Kibbe. That is a Toyota team. That's 4-wide weaponry. The Ford teams, we've got 2 Ford teams. We've got David Arute, Corey Casagrande, Zane Farrell, and Jeff Brown. Those are going to be the Field Filler Motorsports entries. Those are the cats that are going to be driving around in the Ford Performance trucks. And the other Ford team, Kyle Casagrande, Charles Lewandowski, Evan Bullier, Matt Kentfield. That is the Win and Party Motorsports. I'm telling you right now, that's going to end up making it, that logo, the Win and Party Motorsports, WAP, that's going to make its way to a t-shirt, and that's going to be coming to a racetrack near you, because that's a cool-looking logo. It's a pretty neat little play on words, play on letters, if you will, and it just needs to be on a t-shirt.
Yeah, they may get my vote for the most creative and entertaining team name in this series. Worth mentioning, as you had said, Paul, the top 3 trucks in each team, they're the ones that get points for their team. So if you happen to finish 4th amongst your team having a bad night, don't worry, your points don't count. There are, I would believe, at least 2 teams that are not able to see that advantage tonight. We have 22 trucks on the field. You mentioned 6 teams at 4 drivers apiece. That's 24 trucks. We only have 22 here tonight. We know that Brandon Newhouse is one of the trucks that is missing. I don't know who the other one is, but that leaves us with a potential for 2 teams that have to be on their A game tonight. They don't have anybody that they can really rely on, or that they can focus on being like their drop truck for the night, seeing that they only have 3 here.
And there you can see the iRacing Pace truck makes that left-hand turn to 56. He's got a bent-up back bumper. He's been getting a couple of shots there from the number 9 of Jason Ricker, it looks like. Another great restart for Evan Bullier. All the way down into turn number 1, and it sounds like somebody just blew a motor, and there you can see the 3rd-place car, the 51 of John Peters. That is a blown motor, it looks like, for the number 51. Not able to make it around the track. That's probably going to bring out a caution if he can't get it down low on a pit road. Not even really sure where the damage came from there on the 51. That's there's the caution. You have it out on the speedway. Don't even need to go to a replay. Just as soon as he got through the gears, the 51, blown motor.
Well, actually, we do, Paul. That was not what the caution is for. Unfortunately, off of turn number 4, the 26 machine of Brent Roy got himself spun around, so that is why we are under yellow here.
Well, in that case, we will pull up the Rays Energy Drink Instant Replay, take a look at that, and I do stand corrected. The lone Canadian, Brent Roy, in the number 26 machine for Team BBY, bring back Yeatman, gets that rumble strip down low, spins himself around, and gets pointed all the way in the wrong direction. So tough break there for Brent. He's going to have to restart P19. He does a great job pointing that thing in the right direction, heating up those back tires. Look at that flag man go. He is getting after it, letting everybody know that the yellow flag is out and these drivers need to slow the heck down. But lap 37 in the books, 75 on the board. It's gonna be tough to try and get to the end of this with all these cautions here. It's one of those deals, Kyle. Cautions kind of breed cautions, kind of breed cautions, kind of breed cautions.
Yeah, it has definitely been an action-packed event thus far with these yellow flags just now reaching the halfway point in this event. Evan Bullier has been leading the majority of this race. He started on the outside pole, got the lead off of the initial start. Now that I think about that, other than a couple of yellow flag laps that have been snagged from him, he has been the truck to lead this event from the entirety, from the drop of the green flag. Jason Ricker, we've been talking about him a little bit here through these opening laps. He's actually up 10 positions early on in this one. He started back in position number 12. He has worked his way up to second place thus far, looking fairly strong so far in that number 9 Toyota, Charles Lewandowski, also making some moves up through the field. He is up 12 positions of his own. Started back in position number 15, currently riding in third. Kenny Bibby in position number 4, matching his truck number. Looks like he may be a teammate to Jason Ricker, look based off of those paint schemes. So that could be a good sign for that team. And then Michael Bennett, another one of our big moves. He actually might be the biggest mover thus far. He is up 17 positions, started dead last in this race back in 22nd place, and he is now riding around inside the top 5. We saw him doing some battling inside that top 10 during that green flag run, or inside the top 5 during that green flag run, so he's got a very strong number 19 truck underneath of him tonight.
So some of the teams running well, some of the teams struggling just a little bit, and definitely tough to say. We can see we've already got some team followings here on the very first SuperTruck Series race here on Vidane TV. Lots of fans chiming in, letting us know who their favorite team is. And you know what? If it's something where you might want to see your favorite team logo here in the SuperTruck Series on a t-shirt, we may very well be able to offer that here on Vidane TV, but you got to let the race officials know that that's something you want. So if you would like to see your favorite team logo on a t-shirt supplied by Vidane TV's Teespring shop, let us know in the chat over there on Facebook and YouTube, and we'll see if we can let the powers that be make that happen. But you can see the pace truck dipping on down low. One more again. We're going to try this again. 2x2 all the way through. 56 down low. Number 9 up high. Going to take another restart here on lap number 42.
Green flag flies. Evan Bollier, great restart. He clears for the lead. Jason Ricker going to drop down to the bottom of the track in front of Charles Lewandowski for position number 2. Lewandowski will hang on to third, side by side for fourth. That battle ends quickly. Kenny Bibby is able to escape the grasp of Michael Bennett, but look at Bennett, drives it in deep into turn number 3, gets up underneath the number 4 machine, but the drive on the exit of the turn on the outside will propel him around the 19. We've got trouble. A couple trucks are spinning towards the back of the field in turn 4, and the caution flag will fly again. Looks like it involves that number 12, Orion Salvatore, who has had one tough night thus far here, Paul.
Yeah, definitely a tough night here at Martinsville Speedway for the number 12 truck of Ryan Salvatore. Involved in another wreck here. We're going to pull up the Raise Energy instant replay, take a quick peek, and see what happened. You can see almost 3 wide. He comes low underneath the 71 and the 7 of Kyle Casagrande. And just kind of a couple of trucks going for the same piece of real estate. There you can see the student drivers getting around just fine. The 29 got himself a piece of it there. The 29 machine of Jeffrey Brown. So tough break for him. That's going to cause some damage. You can see the black smoke pouring out of the back of the 12 machine of the Salvatore driven truck. That is 4 wide weaponry. So tough break for the number 12 Tundra here.
Yeah, it has not at all been a night to brag about for the 12 of Ryan Salvatore, and his struggles may be coming to an end here after that one, as you saw the engine smoke pouring out of the back of that ride. Jeffrey Brown got a piece of it too. I believe, Paul, you said that was the Field Filler Motorsports group. That team has also struggled tonight quite mightily, being involved in a handful of these incidents. Race officials have not been quite happy with what they have seen throughout this event thus far, so they have changed these restarts to single file. We'll have less than 30 laps to go once we go back to green flag, so hopefully that single file restart will allow these guys to get some green flag laps in. Looks like the free pass truck is coming around right now, and that appears to be one of the field filler trucks, and it is David Aruth in the 28 machine. He will be your free pass, so he will get one of his laps back. It appears that he has 2 laps down at the moment, so he'll get back to 1 lap down. He'll be able to get a position from Ryan Salvatore. So if you're in the 28 camp, you're looking for one more caution so he can get back on the lead lap. But I feel like everybody else here is looking for some green flag laps.
Absolutely. And just taking a look at the Facebook chat, we've already got Ryan Ratcliffe would totally purchase a Team WAP shirt, so definitely something that the fans want to see. Let us know which team you're supporting and whether or not you'd want to see a t-shirt for that team supplied by the Vidane TV shop. You can check that out at vidane.net/shop. And speaking of breaking news, we've been teasing it all week long. We were going to make a product announcement here tonight during the NEPS SuperTruck Series race, and it has, well, it almost halfway through, a little bit past halfway through, finally come down to that time. Two Drunk Esports, one of my own new brands, going to be doing a lot of Twitch streaming personally, a little bit of iRacing, some Need for Speed, some Assassin's Creed, all sorts of different games. Two Drunk Esports, we're setting up an esports gaming team, and we've got some hooded sweatshirts and t-shirts and face masks and all that cool stuff over at the Vidane TV merchandise tent. Again, vidane.net/shop. Get yourself a Two Drunk Esports hooded sweatshirt, tank top, t-shirt, sticker. We got all sorts of stuff over there. A lot of Angry Tree Guy merchandise that was added over there as well this week. So be sure to check that out. Two Drunk Esports getting ready to do a little bit of gaming, do a little bit of drunk gaming, drunk streaming. I mean, everything's better when you got a nice cold beer in your hand, right, Kyle?
You can't complain when you got a beer in that one hand. Well, it'd be better if you had a beer in both hands, I guess, right? Anyway, here we go. Back to green flag racing, just about ready to happen. Lap 48 going in the books this time. 27 laps remaining. Evan Bollier with a great jump puts himself about 2 truck lengths ahead of Jason Ricker in position number 2. Everybody snakes their way through turns 1 and 2 nice and smoothly. Couple trucks side by side towards the back half of the top 10. Looks like that is going to be between the 25. These numbers are way too far away on the camera angle that I got. I don't know why I'm trying to use this the way that it is. The 24 machine, Austin Bulk, to the inside of the 76 of Matt Kenfield off of turn number 2. That is for position number 9. Bulk will clear going into turn number 3. Kenfield has the opportunity to come down on the bottom of the track. He washes up, opens the door for the 79 of Michael Hopkins, but Hopkins is not able to take advantage. Corey Casagrande looking to the inside of Hopkins, but the door gets shut going into 1.
Kyle, we've actually got the leader of the race over on the Facebook chat saying he's getting good at driving around here at 40 miles an hour. Evan Bulliard chiming in on the Facebook chat for the Vidane TV broadcast. So doing a great job leading the race there, Evan. He looks like we got another car on the wall. Looks like Corey Casagrande, truck rather, not a car, another nickel in the jar. Going to be able to afford one of these trucks here, but caves in the back end of that race. Truck on the number 71 Ford Performance machine gets it pointed almost in the right direction. There we go. And you can see he is going to be scored 19th. Doesn't lose a lap. Lots of big-time damage on that race truck. Going to pull up the Raise Energy Drink instant replay. Find out exactly what went down. Whether or not he got a little bit of help. And looks like it might have just been a little bit of a racing deal between him and his brother Kyle. You can see Kyle there. The WAP machine, the WAP machine, down low, and you can see it just looks like coming off the corner. Corey lost the back end of that race truck, sent it on around, and there you can see the flag man giving it a oh man, he must have pounded like 4 Raise energy drinks before this race. He is giving that yellow flag a workout.
Safe to say that is a fairly true statement. As we go into caution once again, small mistake there for Corey Casagrande. Another one of the Field Filler Motorsports drivers in trouble here tonight. Just been a rough go for that team here at the Martinsville Speedway. Taking a look once again at Evan Bollier. He's led just about the entirety of this race. I think second place truck Jason Richter may have stolen a lap or 2 on the double file lineups, but he has been out in front of this race the entire way. Apparently he is taking good notes and is becoming a great driver around this speedway under pace speed. You saw the free pass truck go around. That is David Arute, so he gets himself back on the lead lap, putting all 20 trucks that are still on the racetrack on the lead lap. Only 2 trucks are out of this event. It is the 51 machine of John Peters and the 12 of Ryan Salvatore. Actually, now that I look at that, John Peters John Peters is out on the racetrack because these drivers have a fast repair. So that blown motor did not hurt him. Well, it did hurt him, but it did not eliminate him from the race. He got himself a fresh truck and is still out there logging laps, hoping to potentially gain some positions here in the final 25 laps or so, but it's going to be quite difficult for him to do that, being 4 laps down.
Working on the third trimester of this race, we're looking at the NEPS SuperTruck Series, race number 2, the Bibby Enterprises 75 race name here at Martinsville Speedway. And there you see the leader, Evan Bullier, up front, Jason Ricker in second in that 9th position, Charles Lewandowski in the 01, he's going to be 3rd, Kenny Kibbe 4th, and Ryan Libby has worked his way back up to 5th, Anthony Aiello 6th, Wyatt Alexander 7th, Michael Bennett 8th, and Austin Bulk in 9th, and Matt Kenfield rounding out the top 10 so far. Looks like we're going to get us another potential single file restart. Lights are still on in the pace truck, so we'll know as soon as we cross the line here if it's going to be single file or double file.
Yeah, a couple things have changed here with the race control, and it looks like we will stay single file as the pace lights are off atop of the iRacing pace truck. So it will be a single file restart with just 18 laps to go now. Evan Bullier's had it fairly easy thus far. He's been a master on these restarts, and it's really all that he's had to do so far to keep Jason Ricker behind him in that number 9 machine, Charles Lewandowski, Kenny Kibbe, and the newly named Ryan Bibby completing your top 5. So let's see what we got here. 18 laps to go. Pace truck is on pit road. Evan Bullier leading the field slowly through turn number 4, waiting for the green flag. He hits the lob pedal, and there we go. We're back to racing. Great restart. A few trucks back, side by side. Ryan Bibby going underneath of Kenny Kibbe for position number 4 as they enter turn number 1. Side by side battle. Kibbe's got the advantage, but as they work their way off of turn 2, Bibby sticking right with him. Dead even race going down into turn number 3. Great battle, and Ryan Bibby just about to clear Kibbe, but he can't quite do it. He's got the spot at the line, but he's not clear just yet.
Kibbe, Bibby, Shibby, Libby, Dibby, Dibby, Hibby, Shibby, Libby, Dibby, Dibby. Here he goes, Libby for P4 around the number 4 truck. Say that 27 times fast. Holy moly, the 47 truck. Ryan Libby moving into that 4th position. Not quite able to clear the number 4 of Kenny Kibbe just yet. Man, it seems like every time we see these two drivers, Libby and Kibbe, running in the same race, they're always running right next to each other. So it's the Libby and Kibbe show there for P4, but a couple of drivers right behind them. There you can see the 96, Wyatt Alexander, the 31 of Anthony Aiello. They want a piece of the action as well, and they want to try and break up this, what is that, an alliteration? No, an alliteration is when they start with the same thing. Rhymes, I guess, right? I don't know, I never really paid attention in school.
I can't say I blame you. Wyatt Alexander making a daring move there in turn number 1 to clear the 31 of Anthony Aiello. Now he is right up on the back bumper of Ryan Libby, trying to get him around the 4 of Kenny Kibbe so he can take a crack at that number 4 truck. The 4 and the 96 are teammates. Caution flag out here on lap number 62. We've got another problem around the racetrack, and it involves the 51 of John Peters once again. He is involved with one of the team student driver trucks as well. Looks like the 13 machine there, as you can see on your screen, with lots of damage. That is DJ Gerard. So a couple trucks getting together here, bringing out the caution flag once again. And it'll be time for another Raise Energy Drink instant replay. See DJ Gerard. I think he may have come down on that right rear corner panel of John Peters coming off for turn number 4. Hooked him into the outside wall. The two came together, and they had another mini down at the inside safer barrier as well. And you can see all the damage and the smoke pouring out of the back of that 13 machine of DJ Gerard. Unfortunately for John Peters, he would have been in position for a free pass had he not been involved in this caution flag, but because of that, he will not get a lap back, and there will not be a free pass on this caution.
Yeah, and there you can see DJ Gerard already pulling that truck down onto pit road, as is his teammate, his teammate Dylan Kopech still out on the racetrack, just kind of dropping back towards the back of the pack. But a tough night for DJ Gerard and the student driver faction. Lots of damaged race cars here at Martinsville Speedway, so tough break for those guys for sure. So
we go back under caution flag We'll have less than 10 laps to go once we get back to the green flag here. Nothing much has changed inside the top 5. We did see some good racing inside the top 10 there, but those battles coming to a halt after this caution flag has flown. If you're Jason Ricker right now, Paul, what do you think's going through his head? He's got to be fairly satisfied moving up through the field to be in second place, but he hasn't really had a lot of opportunities to challenge Evan Bullier for the lead right now.
Yeah, Martinsville is one of those tracks, Kyle, and you know better than anybody in here that it's more of a momentum deal, and you really need to kind of start clicking off laps and know how strong your truck is and where you're stronger, where you're weaker against who you're racing against. And running all these laps under caution here, we've only had a 5 or 6 lap green flag run, so these drivers don't even really know the full potential of their trucks just yet. So you can see they're kind of scrubbing the tires clean, getting some heat into the front end. See if they can just get some kind of grip here on the restart, because these drivers know less than 10 laps to go here in Martinsville. You really need to make that move at the initial start and restart, because we haven't really been getting these green flag runs.
And now with these restarts being single file, it makes it even more difficult to try to challenge for position, because you're not starting next to anybody. You have to start right behind the truck in front of you. So trying to get underneath or get to the outside of somebody to race for position makes it even that much harder when you have to deal with these single file restarts. So we'll see what happens when the pace truck clicks off lap 66 here, if we're going to go around again, or if we will get the one to go. And it looks like we will get the one to go, so the lights are off on the pace truck. We'll line them up here with just 8 laps to go. Evan Bullier trying to complete a perfect night, go to victory lane, but he's got Jason Ricker behind him. Ricker's been strong, moved himself up 10 positions thus far here tonight. He's up to second. He needs a little bit of time, though. He needs some green flag laps if he's going to have anything to challenge for Evan Bullier.
Pace truck bringing him down one more time. Less than 10 laps to go. Makes that hard left-hand turn. Waiting for the 56 machine to make that, or to take that green flag restart. Lap 67 crossing the line. Going to be lap 68. That gives us about 7-8 laps to go. Already 2 by 2 there for the third place battle. Charles Lewandowski up high. And Ryan Libby down low. Ryan Libby around. Ryan Libby pointing in the wrong direction. That is huge. Caution comes out one more time. Doesn't look like there was any big hits in that, but definitely some trucks pointed in the wrong direction. We'll pull up the instant replay one more time and find out what happened to that number 46 machine.
So Ryan Libby getting turned around out of a top 5 position. We'll throw up the Raise Energy Drink instant replay, give you another look as to what happened there. He got a pretty good restart back there in position number 4, tried to go to the inside of Charles Lewandowski going into turn number 1, and he opened up the bottom for Kenny Kibbe. Kenny tried to fit it in there. You can see Lewandowski was trying to get aggressive and try to defend that spot. They both shoved up the track. Kenny Kibbe saw an opening. He went for it. It was not open enough. He turns Ryan Libby around. Wyatt Alexander making slight contact with the 46 machine. Libby spins his truck back around, gets it back going again, but was not able to do so before the caution flag comes out. So now this makes things even more intense, as we're going to have less than 5 laps to go on this ensuing restart.
Yeah, and really all these drivers need to do, Kyle, is just hold on, because 5 laps, we're probably going to get a restart with 3 laps to go here at Martinsville, and 3 laps in under green at Martinsville goes in a really, really quick way. But do want to make mention, we showed the Two Drunk Esports logo just a few moments ago, a few cautions ago. We are going to be giving out a couple of t-shirts here tonight, not so much on the Verdane TV stream here. We're going to do a little bit of Twitch streaming later on tonight. We're actually going to jump on our buddy John Adams' stream and hand out a couple of t-shirts, maybe a sweatshirt, some stickers, all that kind of cool stuff. Check it out after the race, after the post-race show. We're going to talk to the top 3 drivers, maybe some league officials and some sponsors as well. But once all said and done here at Verdane TV, we're going to shoot on over to twitch.tv/John84Adams and do a little bit of, drunken esports, drunken e-racing, iRacing, whatever you want to call it. Have ourselves a good little time there. So pretty excited about that whole team deal that we got worked out here, Kyle. I feel like it's going to be big, and I'm really looking forward to selling some t-shirts and doing some drunk streaming, because, like we said, what's better than streaming when you got 2 beers in your hand, right?
Gotta be honest with you, Paul. I've done some drunk streaming myself. I turned the game Wreckfest into a drinking game and got myself pretty plastered one night. It was a very entertaining ordeal.
Didn't we do that on New Year's Eve?
Sort of, but the drinking game that I came up with got me way more drunk and it was way more entertaining.
I don't know. We were pretty drunk and entertaining on New Year's Eve. I got to give you that. But, lights are off on the pace truck. Going to go around one more time. 3 laps to go here at Martinsville. Man, oh man, are we going to be able to finish this thing under green? We're going to get another quick caution? Who knows? Only way to find out is to watch it live here on Vidane TV. And every time we do that, we do it live. So looking forward to it. There goes the left-hand turn from the iRacing pace truck. He's earning his money tonight. Evan Bullier up front. Jason Ricker right behind him. Single file restart. One mo again. Coming out of turn number 4. Smashing the loud pedal. There it is. Green flag is in the air. Everybody kind of fans out. Great shot there from the 56, but Jason Ricker in the number 9 right on the back bumper.
Evan Boyer puts about 3 truck lengths in between himself and Ricker coming off of turn number 2, trying to escape his grasp and finish this one off on his own. Out of turn number 4, will they make it to the white flag? They will. One more time around the paperclip for Evan Boyer. He's got about 4 truck lengths now on Jason Ricker. In position number 2, Ricker trying to hold on to Charles Lewandowski behind him. Into turn 3 for the final time. It was a perfect night. He made it look easy. Out of turn number 4, checker flag flies, and Evan Bullier will win race number 2 for the New England, Pennsylvania SuperTruck Series here at the Martinsville Speedway. Jason Ricker hangs on for position number 2. Charles Lewandowski is your third place finisher. Kenny Kibbe in 4th. Wyatt Alexander completes the top 5. Anthony Aiello in truck number 31 finishes 6th. Austin Bulk is 7th. Michael Hopkins in position number 8. Michael Bennett finishes 9th. And completing your top 10 in truck number 76 is Matt Kentfield.
Boop turned the page. Kyle Casagrande, he finishes 11th. Zany started strong, finished mid-pack. There you see him in the 12th position. Ryan Libby, the championship leader there in the Grand National Series, brought to you by Shift Marketing and Design. He's going to be 13th. The lone Canadian, Brent Roy, 14th. Scott McDonald, 15th. Corey Casagrande, 16th. David Root, Dylan Kopech, Jeffrey Brown, DJ Gerard rounding out the top 20. John Peters and Ryan Salvatore, a couple of big names there, 21st and 22nd. So great win for the number 56 of Evan Bullier. Jason Ricker 2nd. Charles Lewandowski 3rd. Going to give these drivers just a few moments to kind of get out of the trucks and celebrate just a little bit, burn the tires down, and we're going to talk to the top 3 drivers here momentarily. Just waiting for these guys to kind of gather their thoughts a little bit. It was a rough race, a lot of caution laps here at Martinsville, but we finished it. We finished it under green, so that's definitely good news.
Yeah, we were able to get a green flag run to the finish there. It was a legal green-white checker. We did not go into overtime. We did get all 75 laps completed in regulation. Evan Bullier made it look easy. I mean, he really didn't have too many challenges tonight. He just had to make sure that he got his restarts perfect. He seemed to do just that and maintained under green flag, kept the field behind him at bay, and when it really mattered the most on that final 2-lap dash, he put the pedal to the metal, got up on the wheel, and completed the perfect night, going to victory lane here at the paperclip known as Martinsville Speedway.
Great race and exciting finish there. We're going to talk to the winner, Nitro 56 himself. Evan Bullier finishes the race after leading 73 of 75 laps. Hang on 1 second. Man, you earned this one. Man, talk us through the race.
Hey, guys. Yeah, thank you. That was a interesting race, to say the least. But I'm really enjoying talking to you guys after these races. This is great. Kyle, my teammate, we were trying to play a little bit of strategy there at the beginning. We got out in front of him. He was letting me in there at the beginning, and we tried to do some strategy. It didn't quite work out. And then me and Chalu were trying to do a little more strategy throughout the rest of the race. That's what this team racing is all about. So we're all trying to help each other, and it was a good points night for Team WAP.
Team WAP seems to be the popular team according to the Facebook chat. I don't know why. I mean, well,
I don't know either.
I'm pretty sure we all know why, but we're gonna have to talk to the team owner Kyle Casagrande, see if we can maybe get permission to put that logo on a T-shirt. But Man, tough race, lots of caution laps here, but you led the restarts, great restarts all night long. Did you change up the strategy at all with the restarts, or did you pretty much just kind of go with the flow and go with the same thing every time?
You change it up a little bit, restart to restart, and obviously this isn't Jason's first day either. He was starting to figure it out, especially that last restart. He got a much better start than he had all night. I was a little nervous getting into one, but I knew I couldn't let him get to the bumper. That's all we really had to do, and we were able to pull it off.
Good deal, and lots of fans in the Facebook chat cheering on Team WAP and coming home with the victory here tonight. Got a lot of logos on that 56 machine. Who gets it done for the number 56?
Oh, as always, we got to thank Hancock Lumber, my great sponsor for 15 years now. Hancock Lumber, we got Boyd Construction, Restorations, Home Remodeling, LB Cleaning Co., Nitro Designs, Bonafide Builders, Amsoil Four Seasons Synthetic, and I didn't thank you guys last night. I felt really bad after my interview. I was like, oh shoot. Vidane TV, thank you guys for all you guys do. I know we have a lot of people that really enjoy watching these races, so really appreciate the support you guys give the series and everything you guys do. This is a lot of fun.
Oh, absolutely. It's always a blast when NEPS is in town here on Vidane TV. You guys bring kind of a cult following almost, and it's always exciting to call the races and interact with all the fans that are out there. So very, very cool. And it's starting to get into the actual racing season almost a little bit here. I don't think we asked you last night. Have we got any real racing plans for 2021?
Well, the super late model is ready to go just about. We're not entirely sure what we're going to do this year. We're hoping to do a little more tour racing. We've been running at Beech Ridge weekly for the last couple of years, and we're trying to get some funds together to go do a little more touring stuff. So we'll see what happens, but one way or another, you'll see the 56 on the track.
Cool deal. Hopefully we can get a little bit of fuel sponsorship for a race or two, and maybe get a Vidane TV sticker on that 56 late model.
I would put one on, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Congratulations, watching the Polish victory lap right now at the Martinsville Speedway. Great win here tonight. Awesome race.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Kyle, you're down pit road just a little bit further. Looks like you caught up with the number 9 machine, Jason Ricker, the P2 finisher.
That I have Paul down here with Jason Ricker, the lead truck for 4-wide weaponry in his number 9 Toyota Tundra. Jason, very strong run for you tonight. Started back in 12th. You come home as a runner-up. What was it like for you inside the cockpit of that Toyota Tundra?
It was real fun. We had a little bit of luck at the beginning of the race with a couple of cautions, and we were able to make some get some track position and hang on there at the end.
Talk about those moves through the field. You gained 10 spots on the night, started back in 12th. There were some early incidents there at the front portion of the field. What was it like trying to sneak through those and keep the truck clean, and also making the passes that you did to get up to second?
Nerve-wracking. Wanted to just get into a good rhythm at the beginning of the race, and I think everybody did, and them cautions kept breaking your rhythm all through the whole race and stuff. Like he says, some guys being a little impatient, it seemed like, and just kind of had to lay back and just pick your holes when they started scattering every which way, and keep yourself clean.
You weren't really able to do much with Evan Bollier once you got yourself into position number 2. What did you think you needed to have a better shot to be able to contend for the win tonight?
We were kind of playing the points game a little bit. Evan's a little more experienced at the game. He got a couple pretty good restarts. One restart I thought I maintained, but we had a pretty good points night with 3 of our guys in the top 5 there at the end, and we didn't want to risk anything taking ourselves out of contention, so it was a strategy call.
A strong night for you, a very strong night for 4-wide weaponry. Who would you like to thank for the runner-up tonight?
Vidane, you guys for putting this on, NEP, Corey, Sal, the captain of our team, Zane, all these guys. We sure do have a lot of fun. Appreciate all of them.
So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Second place finisher tonight, Jason Ricker, the lead truck for 4-wide weaponry. And Paul, based off of what he just said, 3 trucks for 4-wide weaponry. Holy cow. Try saying that fast, too. 3 trucks for 4-wide weaponry inside the top 5. That very well may be our victorious team for this event.
3 trucks for those guys in the top 5, but 2 of the WAP trucks in the top 3. Charles Lewandowski, the 01 truck, started 15th, finishes 3rd. Didn't really have too much green flag time to get there. Man, Charles, talk us through your race.
Yeah, it was a rough one, obviously. Had to use the fast repair, lap 1, turn 1. So I thought it wasn't going to go very well, but we had a good strategy and stayed out of trouble, and it worked out well. Evan was a truck to beat, so congrats to him, teammate. So we were happy to finish 3rd.
Now, we've talked to a couple of drivers throughout this series and the Grand National Series. Does the SuperTruck Series take any attention off or any of the attention to detail off the Grand National Series, or is it kind of its own separate thing?
No, it's a lot of fun, you know. Right when you say, you know, I'd rather be racing trucks the whole time, you go somewhere and you miss the ARCA car. So, no, it's a lot of fun. You know, it's a different deal, but most of the guys are the same. It's just another night of racing, a lot of fun.
Absolutely, and kind of a caution-filled race here tonight at Martinsville, but that's definitely to be expected here at the Paperclip. But definitely a podium finish for Charles Lewandowski, the 01 machine. Lots of logos, Charlie Performance on the hood of that truck. Hood of the truck, another $1 in the jar there. Going to be able to afford one of these things by the end of it every time I screw that up. But a lot of logos there on the 01 machine, the WAP Motorsports entry of the 01. Who gets it done for Charles Lewandowski?
Oh yeah, we got the Chalu Performance, which funds the whole program for us, and then Brembo brakes on there that we really needed here at Martinsville. And I just want to shout out to our captain Kyle Casagrande. He puts this deal together, and the team meetings we have and the conference calls. I mean, it's extensive. He does his homework to get us in place where we can be in contention to win. So. Shout out to him and Matty Kentfield for putting together.
Absolutely, and really digging the team aspect here in the SuperTruck Series. Been asking a lot of the drivers. I know you race a little bit in real life. You got any 2021 race plans for the actual real world of racing?
I haven't raced in a few years, and pretty focused on the race parts business, and that's taking up all my time right now. But hopefully, going to go to a few, watch Corey race, and a couple other of my buddies in the series here, and looking forward to that this summer.
Absolutely, I'm in pretty much the same boat myself. Not racing anything. Probably going to run a couple of rent-a-race car street stocks throughout the year, but going to be doing a lot of watching from what it looks like. But great top 3 podium finish here. Charles Lewandowski finishes 3rd place, the second WAP Motorsports entry to finish into the top 3 here tonight at Martinsville. Great run.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for the coverage. Everyone enjoys watching it, so we appreciate you guys being involved.
Absolutely, and that's why we do it. We love entertaining the masses here at Vidane TV. But Kyle, that was one hell of a race. A little bit caution-ridden, but man, that's to be expected here at Martinsville Speedway. Final thoughts?
Yeah, you can't really hide the gorilla in the room on this one. A lot of caution laps here at the Martinsville Speedway for the Bibby Enterprises 75 race name. It was good if you're Evan Bullier, good for WAP, good for 4-wide weaponry, but it was definitely a difficult race for these drivers, struggling to get the handle of the paper clip, and we saw the caution flag probably more than what we wanted to, but hey, we at least had a clean run to the finish. We did see some good battling inside the top 10 there late in the race, so I think the short race distance played into some of the aggressiveness that we had to deal with tonight. Not a lot of opportunities for these drivers to really work on being patient and have a full opportunity to work their way through the field. You had to be up on the wheel, and I think for some of them the aggression got a little bit overzealous and they made some mistakes. But either way, good to kick off the weekend here at Martinsville Speedway. We've got a very different, basically the complete opposite of the spectrum coming up tomorrow night as we usually do. And then I believe we're off Sunday, Paul, and it's right back after for another busy week next week.
Yeah, taking a quick peek at the schedule right now. The SuperTrucks come back to us next Friday night for the Las Vegas race, 65 laps at Vegas, so that's going to be very entertaining. And if it's anything like tonight, we're gonna need a mop and bucket for this winning and partying. So lots of action coming up here in the NEPS SuperTruck series. Taking a quick look at the upcoming events here on Verdane TV tomorrow night, the Sim 500 Verdane Racing Super Speedway Series. Rowdy Wesley Hogue dipped on down to P2 in the points. He hasn't won a race yet, so he's trying to lock himself, as you are trying to lock yourself into the championship bracket with a win tomorrow night. So we'll see what happens there. We did announce that June 11th is going to be Verdane Racing Championship night at Stafford Motor Speedway. We're going to have the previous champion, Jarrett Bolliard, who wasn't able to make it to the track in 2020 due to the COVID-19 pandemic, going to make his way to Stafford Speedway and pilot one of those Rent-A-Race Car street stocks, as well as this season's champion, to be determined. So really looking forward to that. It's going to be a fun weekend. Going to camp out, drink some ice-cold beers, do some grilling, and kind of hang out, because the very next night on June 12th, Tony Stewart's and Ray Evernham's SRX series is going to be kicking off their inaugural race at Stafford Motor Speedway. And I can't thank Gary Spinato Jr. enough from Rent-A-Race Car. Graciously accepted the fact that as soon as they made the SRX announcement, I gave him a call and said, hey, listen, we need to do the Verdane night the night before that, because that'll be a cool little race weekend, kind of a getaway. I know Jared Bolliard's talking about driving in and making a weekend out of it. And really looking forward to that. Hopefully hanging out with lots of sim racers and Verdane Racing originals and Sim 500 originals and sim racers in general. So it's going to be a good weekend. Really looking forward to it. Off Sunday and Monday, like you made mention. Tuesday night, RBR Maritime. They come back for season number 3. You got to double check the time on that. We're going to be doing some single car qualifying. You'll be able to check that out before the race. I'm not sure what time we're starting that, but we'll get that updated. And then Wednesday night, a little doubleheader action. The Tim's Corner Motorsports Weekly Racing Series at Oxford Plains Speedway, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And right after that, it's going to be 9:15 starting time for the Showtime Cup Series. And those guys have been putting on one heck of a show on Wednesday nights. But that's going to wrap it up here for us. Man, we got a busy schedule coming up here. Verdane.net/events if you wanted to take a peek at the entire calendar. Lots of sponsorship opportunities available. Lots of different series that run with us weekly that are looking for sponsorship as well. So give us a shout if you're looking to sponsor a race. You can get in touch with the leagues, or we can put you in touch with the leagues, or whatever we have to do to really get your brand out there and show that you support this whole little sim racing shindig. And it's great to be a part of it and really entertain the masses. And it's cool to see the chat. Lots of social media interaction on the Twitter, the Facebook, the YouTube, the Twitch, all that good stuff. And again, I want to thank everybody out talking with us in the chat, watching on the Facebook and the YouTube. And if you're having yourselves a viewing party, showing us on the big screen or maybe the smart TV or whatever you got going on, snap off a picture, post it on the social media, and join the conversation. Hashtag Verdane TV. But that's going to wrap it up here for tonight. We're going to do a little bit of drunken streaming here, it looks like. Crack a couple of beers. We're going to go hang out with my buddy John Adams and his girlfriend, or his fiance Alyssa. They're going to be streaming over on twitch.tv/John84Adams, JON84 Adams, and I can promise you will be entertained. But that's going to do it here for Verdane TV. Myself, Showtime, Paul Strickland Jr., the Employee of the Month here at Verdane TV, Kyle Young, and everybody here for the NEPS SuperTruck Series. Bid you adieu. We'll catch you on the flip side. When we do, we're going to be doing it live. Have yourselves a fantastical night.